Shalom. Welcome to our Hebrew literacy, Hebrew Torah immersion, directed immersion class. Today we will be continuing on with Exodus chapter 27. We are in verse 15. And let me just say a real quick prayer. Avinu malkeinu ken yiratzon ki timali et fi hayom hazeh v'ta'azer na oti v'gam et kol talmudai lelamed tov ba'einecha tishlach et pchach aleinu ואנחנו אוהבים אותך. כל הדברים האלה אנחנו נברכך בזכות ישוע המשיח. And let's go. Right. So you'll note here we've got tet vav. That's 9 plus 5. Okay? And important to remember, usually we have down here like yod plus zayin, yod plus chet. So for the teens, it's usually a yod, except for number 15 and number 16, where those are actually tet, which is 9, plus vav, which is 10. And then here we have tet, which is 9, plus zayin, which is 7. So we get, oops, sorry, vav isn't 10. What was I thinking? 6. Oops. Okay, so 9 plus 6 equals 15. And 7 plus 9 equals 16. The reason is we're protecting the divine name, not even the full name, but just the shorter version, the ka version of the name. That's what we're protecting. So that's why it's that way. Okay, and you'll notice to find the verse, we are looking for the sof pasuk. And there it is. That's the sof, the end of the pasuk, of the verse. So here we have one word only, but that's where the verse begins. And it says, ולכתף השנית 15 כליים. And that's probably a decent place to pause. Let's take a look there. Okay, so and to the katef, right? So we got a lot of stuff happening there. We have our and. And we have inseparable preposition to or for, so like belonging to. And we have the definite article, it left its footprint. The ah and the dagesh inside the kaf. Those are the footprints from the article. Ha. Okay. And then we have katef. So katef, it's like the shoulder blades and the shoulder. The shoulder is the shechem, or shechem, and then this part in the back, including that's the shoulder blade. Now, when used to describe like a landform, this can be a slope of a hill, right? It could be the kkateif givoa, right? Like the hill slope or something like that, which makes sense. It's kind of the shape of the back. And in architecture, it can either be like the side and the part slightly covering it, or just a generic term for side, not specifying whether one is longer than the other, like some of the other terms we've seen so far. Okay, so let's continue. So, vela katef, and to the kateif, side and slightly upper part. Ha shenit, the second one. Chameish, asereh, 5, 10. So that's 15. Kalaim. This is curtain strips. There will be 15 units of the curtain that are attached together. Okay, let me maybe label something. Let's see here. Okay. Maybe I'll mark that. Make sure that's clear what's going on here. Oops. Numbers can be a bit tricky. So this is 15. Okay. It's 5, 10. Chameish, עשרה. Kalaim, of course, we have the im, that is our plural ending. The im, common plural, some call it, or masculine plural. Other grammars will call it. You guys like the black surrounding for notes? I think this is a bit better to make the stuff kind of pop. Okay. Amdeihem. It's actually Amdeihem Shelosha Ve'adnehem Shelosha. Okay. Amud. Of course, coming from the verbal root amad. So if you just had the verb amad, this means, okay, sorry, that's cursive. Amad is stand. And this is kind of interesting. When we make what's called a passive participle from this, we get, I'll put the consonants in here. We end up with and then a Shurek here, oo. Or you can have the alternative spelling that we have here. You see, instead of having the Shurek, we have a kibbutz here. Which meant the scribe left it out from his original work. Actually, better this way. By the way, if you're watching this later, or even if you're watching it live, and you're having some trouble seeing certain things, you might want to wait until YouTube serves up the actual. Oh, I thought that was black. I thought I selected black. Funny. They're not. So YouTube serves up the actual. Yeah, black seems better there. 4K or UHD or 2K, whatever you need. Just make sure you can still see these vowels. All right. So amud, that's something which is stood. It's a passive participle, the thing that was stood, right? So you could even say amud, he was stood, or he's been stood into place. He's been positioned in place, right? Or it has been positioned. But this came to be the noun. A lot of nouns, they come from participles or passive participles. So in amud, it's a pillar, right? Or a post, or any kind of thing like that that's a supporting structure that's standing, right? It's the thing that your eyes kind of fall on and notice. So pillar or post is fine. Probably in the Heichal, in the Beit HaMikdash, in the temple, we would say about the Amudim that they are the pillars. And then it might be more accurate for the Mishkan to talk about posts or something like that, right? Because pillar kind of makes you think of like big concrete support, right? Not necessarily some wooden thing. Okay. So the Amudim, that would be pillars, plural. But then we put it in the construct, we get rid of that guy. And we add the suffix hem. there. So Amdeihem, pillars, construct, because the mem is gone of hem, of them. So they're pillars. Shelosha, 3, ve'adneihem, and the adanim, the mem goes away because it's construct, and we have the suffix hem. No need to repeat that. Okay. So an eden is a pedestal. It's something that's supporting an amud, a post, or some translate socket. Okay. So and their sockets or and their pedestals. Shelosha, 3. Okay. So let's have a look at that again. Vela kkateif. So for the kkateif, the shoulder blade of the Mishkan, so the side and the side upper part. Hashenit, the second one. Chameish, 5. Esreh, 10. So 15. Kalaim, curtain strips. Amdeihem. That should be Dehem. Yeah, I didn't didn't sound right as I was saying it. There we go. The tzere got a little bit hard to see. Amdeihem, their posts. Shelosha, 3. And adne, pedestals of hem, of them, their pedestals or their sockets. Shelosha, 3. And now here we are on verse tet plus zayin. Or maybe I'll zoom in for you guys for a second since I have these capabilities built in now. Let me just make sure to do it right. I did it wrong anyway. I overthought it. Okay. If you note takers, if you need to see it any better. The verse is not where we started. We started here with the vela kkateif. Okay. Feel free to do screenshots if you, that's fine. I don't mind. It's just you show the video somewhere, please give credit. Let them know where you got it from. Okay, I'm not sure where that white came from. It seems like this happens sometimes. I don't know. Maybe it's palm sting or something. All right. Let's get rid of that. There we go. All right, nice and clean. And maybe just to keep things from being confusing, let me do this. I'm just going to block out the previous verse so you're not confused what the notes are about. Interesting, it stopped working. That's a bit weird. The highlighter said you're out of ink. That is enough. I haven't been able to figure out how to get the highlighter switching with my device yet. I tried it programmatically and it's not exactly working here. Let's see, what about? Oh yeah, it does it. There we go. It's letting me do it with the mouse, but not with my stylus. How interesting. Why is that? Bizarre. All right, good enough. Must not obsess. Okay. Continuing on, verse tet plus zion. That's 16. And it says, Olesha'ah hechatzer masach esrim amah techelet ve'argaman ve'tolahat shani ve'shesh moshzar ma'aseh rokem Amdeihem arba'ah Amdeihem arba'ah. Right? Long verse there. Okay. Who and oh yeah, my stylus is how strange. I gotta back up. Let's see if this backup works. Interesting. All right, Baruch Hashem. See, this is an example of why oftentimes it's good to pre-record. I know a lot of you like to go live. Some of you prefer it this way, some don't. But had we been live, we would have just been hosed right now. I was able to pause, try all kinds of stuff, close my presentation software, my PowerPoint presentation software, restart the tablet, disconnect, reconnect. Finally, I have stylus power back. we wouldn't have been able to annotate except for writing with the mouse. So, Baruch Hashem, yay! I made the right choice today, not going live, but doing it as a premiere. Of course, I'm live over in the chat comments with you now. Hello, me. So, all right, let's continue. Where were we? All right, ooh. So, ooh. Meaning, that's the conjunction. It's probably and here, and. And he's ooh, because you remember our special rule. I'm going to write it down here. Hard to select colors sometimes. We'll do hot pink, white, magenta. Remember our bump schwa rule? Bump slash shewa. So if the first letter in a word is a beit or a mem or a pei, with without the dagesh of the same letter, so a b, a ba or a v, with or without the dagesh, a mum or a p or a f, right, with or without dagesh, or, oh, okay, just noticed, hold on, we have our Hebrew literacy Patreon thing is blocking. Boom. Got to press button to get rid of that. It's gone. Or if there's schwa, just under, so it's all of this first letter, right? This first guy in the word where we are going to attach our vav. If any of those things are true, then the vav becomes the ooh in the bump schwa. Ooh, interesting side effect. Look at that. I have a laser drawing what I'm drawing. That doesn't seem right. I like it, but it doesn't seem right. Cool. So that's what's happening over here. Wow, that's so cool. I wonder if there's a setting that seems like a programmatic error, but I love it. Right? So that's why we get the ooh over here. Yeah, it's drawing with the laser on it. I love it. Then I can pick up with the laser. Very cool. All right. Ooh, and le, to, So that does interfere a little bit with my sight when I'm trying to highlight the letters. Here, let me see. On and off. Okay, I think it's fixed now. But better. Two and two. Go right over in the black. Two. Oh, I guess that's the edge of the digitizer. Two or four. Sha'a hechatzer. Here we have a construct chain. Sha'a hechatzer. And we have a definite article on chatzer, courtyard. Oh, I found out that you guys remember the word of the day where I had a tennis court for the word chatzer? I thought, okay, court will be good. And someone, I'm assuming, someone under the realm of Great Britain, they responded, oh, it's a tennis field. Right? I was like, oh no! The mnemonic I was trying to use, I didn't realize that in British English and the Queen's English, you guys call it tennis field. So that's not a great mnemonic picture for the word of the day for chatzer. So at least I learned something. So I apologize for those of you who speak that particular flavor of English. Here I am just coming at it with American English. It's a court. Everybody will see that's a court. I mean, I thought about showing like the people's court, like a judge. I thought, no. That's going to be associated with legal stuff. Anyway, c'est la vie. And we have the definite article. He. Chatzer. The court. And so because that guy is definite, he's going to impute his definiteness to all the words in the chain. And this time, in this case, it's just one more word in the construct chain. So we have to say u and le, two or four, sha'ar, the gate of he, the chatzer, courtyard, masach, a screen, esrim ama. Esrim is 20, and you should be able to recognize the main part is the asereh, right? Asereh is 10. And so that's kind of your key in recognizing when that guy's plural, he's just going to be 20 when he's got the im ending on there. Yeah. So let's do it like this. Make sure it'll fit what I'm trying to do. We'll see. This might be a bad choice. Dark on dark, we'll see. I'm curious if it's going to work. 20. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Good enough. Oh, yeah, here we'll. Okay, so here we have, right? You can see it now better. 20. So the asereh, which is 10, and now we have a plural, im, so it's 20. That's one way to think of it, if that helps you. Too much fun with the effects. Okay. Ama. This is an ama. A forearm length. Ama. By the way, my elbows aren't dirty. It's just a skin condition. So people see that sometimes they think, oh, does he never wash his elbows? It's like, no. It's a skin issue. Don't worry, it's so bad. Or kabit, tradition that's translated kabit. Techelet ve'agaman. Okay, so techelet, that's just that color, techelet. So, look, it's doing it again. How interesting. Oops. Hold on. Look, got stuck. Is it frozen? So weird. The pointer's still there. My stylus is in my hand. Notice you cannot see through the stylus now. Let's try again. Oh yeah, he's frozen. Quick pause. Okay, got it fixed again. So again, good we weren't live. I don't know what's happening with the hardware now. Why the This keeps happening. May just need a good old-fashioned reboot. So, techelet, this is a color. And I like to translate it just techelet, just because, well, the color is different depending on when the sea snail die. Right, it could be like a violet, anywhere to like even an indigo or other shade of kind of blue, right? I've shared before in Yiddish, it's straightforward, blauwool, the blue wool. So if you read the Yehoash Yiddish translation, so kind of bluish, right? But I'd rather, it seems kind of mysterious that the color can be different, the range can be different. The point is that it's the correct substance, the techelet. So techelet and the argaman, purple, purple fabric. Vetolaat shani, vetolaat shani. So these go together to mean like a crimson. Not sure if I really have that color here. Maybe it's close as I can get. I haven't found this color code yet. Crimson. Okay. Crimson, scarlet, something like this. Oh, and we still have the and. Okay, and tolaat. Tolaat by itself is like worm, like a worm, earthworm color. Shani is also scarlet, so together they're often used though. Veshesh mosh zav. And shesh. And shesh. Shesh is that alabaster. Oops, I got on there from before. Alabaster colored, fine Egyptian linen. Moshza means twisted. Ma'aseh rokem. Ma'aseh. So this you should recognize the root, asa. And you guys remember? So asa, to do or to make. I have shared with you a few times how when you see a noun that's got like a mem, just affixed to the beginning of a verbal form, you know, if you don't know a word, then try guessing that it's something that somehow serves the noun, like a product of the noun, or the noun uses it in doing the thing. And if that doesn't work, then maybe think of it as like a profession, like something a person does, right? So in this case, ma'aseh is the work, like the product, the handiwork. It's the thing that's asad, that's made. So ma'aseh, the work of a rokem. Rokem. Oops. Rokem is an active participle from rakam. The verb rakam means to weave. So a rokem is someone who weaves, so a weaver. Knew a guy in high school, John Weaver. If you're out there, how about give me a shout out? This is a weaver. Okay. Not on the love skills, the other weaver we saw that had to make the embroidered parts for the parochet. Amdeihem, their amudim, their pillars. Literally, the Amdeihem became amudei when we dropped them in. Pillars of him, pillars of them. Okay. So that's there. Arba'ah, four. There and Amdeihem, the eden, pedestal or socket, adanim, drop the mem, sockets of or pedestals of them. Joins the circuit. I feel like I'm doing a circuit diagram or something. Arba'ah. R4. Okay, so we'll read that last verse through one more time. I think that'll be it for today's class. Verse Tav Zayin, that's 16. Ulisha'ah, and to or belonging to the, because it's a check chain, the gate of the courtyard, masach, a screen, esrim, 20 amma, cubits, or forearm lengths. Techelit, so that color, techelit, the argaman, and purple, and tolaat, shani, crimson red, and sheish, alabaster, high quality Egyptian linen, moshzar, twisted, ma'aseh, the work of a Rokiem, weaver, Amdeihem, their posts or their pedestals, arba'ah, 4, and Amdeihem, their, I'm sorry, did I say pedestals? I meant posts or pillars. And their pedestals or sockets, arba'ah, 4. And what's that little aqua there? I can't erase it. Must have been from before. Okay, so I think that's good for today. It's a nice 32 minutes, although much more time if you count the pausing and restarting all that stuff. So I hope you guys had a good time with the lesson today. Please pray that I can get this little oddity worked out where suddenly the stylus isn't working. And please keep praying for our ministry that will keep growing and reaching more and more people. I was talking with a good friend of mine who's in the UK, Joshua, you know who you are, and he was saying he believes that not only all Jews, all Bnei Israel should know Hebrew, but all Christians should know Hebrew. And I agree with that. I agree with that. So if you know someone who's from whatever denomination in Christianity or whatever sect in Judaism, tell them to come join us. They're welcome. We don't have to agree on all of the minutia. Theologically, we can agree that this is the holy tongue, Lashon HaKodesh, and it is worth learning, no matter who you are, no matter what your background is. If you believe in the God of Israel, you believe in the Bible, you should learn this language or give the gift to your children. Kids can slurp up these immersion videos really well. In fact, when I was first coming up with this, the idea was for kids. And then I realized, it's good for adults too, right? They start to recognize the patterns. Anyone you know, even if you think they're not so good with grammar, it doesn't matter. It's about recognizing these patterns. Because then people don't have to be dependent as much on translation, or even at all on translation, depending on how far they go, which really is the goal. All right? Keep studying, keep learning, keep up your vocabulary, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Shalom, shalom.